We'd be better off without you, Dad. Jennifer said it while passing the mashed potatoes, like she was commenting on the weather. Her husband, Brad, nodded, kept eating. I set down my fork, looked at my daughter, at my son-in-law, at the grandkids staring at their plates. Then I stood up, walked out of the house I'd given them. What they didn't know was I'd already made one phone call that morning. By New Year's, they'd understand exactly what better off meant. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and write in the comments what time it is where you are now. Christmas morning started the way it had for 3 years. I drove to Jennifer's house at 9, the house I'd bought for her. Well, technically the house I'd made the down payment on, $78,000. Every dollar from the sale of the home Martha and I had shared for 32 years. The home where we'd raised Jennifer, where Martha had died holding my hand. I parked in the driveway, grabbed the presents from the trunk. 6 gifts. I'd spent 2 weeks finding the right things for Emma and Sophie, 10 and 8, my granddaughters. The door was locked. I knocked. Jennifer opened it. "Oh, Dad, you're early." "You said 9. I said 9:30. I'd checked the text 3 times that morning. It said 9, but I didn't argue. "I'll wait in the living room. We're still getting ready. Can you just come back in 30 minutes? I stood there holding the presents. "It's 20 degrees out here." She sighed, the same sigh she'd been using since she was 16. "Fine, but we're busy. Just sit quietly." I sat on the couch, the leather sectional I'd helped pay for when they'd furnished the house, $4,200. Jennifer had sent me a picture of it with the message, "Perfect for the space, but we're 4K short. Can you help?" I could always help. The girls came downstairs, didn't run to hug me, didn't say good morning. Jennifer had already told them to leave Grandpa alone. I heard her whisper it in the kitchen. Brad came down 20 minutes later, looked at me like I was a piece of furniture that had been delivered to the wrong address. "Frank, Merry Christmas." "Merry Christmas, Brad. Coffee?" "I'm fine." He poured himself a cup. Didn't offer again. We sat in silence, him scrolling his phone, me watching the clock. At 10:30, Jennifer announced dinner would be at 2. I'd thought we were having breakfast together. Apparently not. "Do you want me to come back?" "You're already here, Dad. Just find something to do." I sat on that couch for 3.5 hours, watching Brad watch football, listening to Jennifer talk on the phone with Brad's mother, making plans for tomorrow, laughing, warm. She didn't speak to me except to ask if I needed the bathroom. At 2 o'clock, we sat down. The dining table I'd also helped pay for, not that anyone remembered. The girls sat at the far end, Brad and Jennifer across from me. The food looked good. Jennifer had always been a decent cook. Martha had taught her. We ate in near silence. I asked Emma about school. She gave one-word answers. Sophie didn't look up from her plate. Then Jennifer said it. "Brad and I were talking. We think we'd be better off without you." I stopped chewing, looked at her. "What?" "You heard me. We'd be better off. You're just taking up space. The girls barely know you. Brad finds you uncomfortable, and honestly, I'm tired of managing your expectations." Brad nodded, cut his turkey. "It's nothing personal, Frank. Just, we have our own family dynamic now." I set down my fork. "This is my Christmas gift? You telling me I'm not wanted?" Jennifer rolled her eyes. "See, this is what I mean. Everything is so dramatic with you. I'm just being honest. We don't need you coming around all the time." "I come around twice a month, when you invite me. And it's exhausting, making conversation, pretending the girls are excited to see you. It would be easier if you just stepped back." The girls were staring at their plates, silent. I looked at Emma. She wouldn't meet my eyes. "Do you feel this way too?" I asked her. Jennifer answered for her. "Don't put the kids in the middle of this, Dad. This is between adults." I stood up. My chair scraped the floor, loud in the quiet room. "Where are you going?" Jennifer asked, not concerned, annoyed. "Home." "You're seriously going to make a scene? On Christmas?" I didn't answer. Walked to the door, got my coat. My hands were shaking, not from cold, from rage I was swallowing down. "Dad, don't be childish." I turned, looked at my daughter. "You're right, Jennifer. You would be better off without me." I left. Heard the door close behind me. No one followed. I sat in my truck for 5 minutes, hands on the wheel, engine running. Heat blasting, but I couldn't feel it, just cold spreading through my chest. Then I took out my phone, made one call. "Donald, it's Frank Mitchell. Merry Christmas. I know you're with family, but I need 5 minutes. It's about Jennifer." Donald Patterson had been our family attorney for 20 years, handled Martha's will when she died. He listened while I talked. Then he said, "I'll drop the papers. Can you come in on the 27th? "I'll be there." I drove home. The apartment I'd been renting for 3 years. 1 bedroom, $1,100 a month. I'd sold my house, given Jennifer the down payment for hers, kept enough for a year's rent and living expenses, then watched those savings drain month by month as Jennifer found new emergencies. I sat in my apartment, Christmas lights off, didn't bother with dinner, just sat there adding it up in my head. $78,000 down payment. I'd given it to her the day she and Brad found the house. She'd cried, hugged me, said, "Dad, this is too much." I'd said, "Your mother would want you to have a home." That was 4 years ago. $23,000 for the furniture. Not all at once. Piece by piece over 6 months. The sectional, the dining set, the bedroom furniture. Jennifer would send pictures with messages. "We found the perfect piece, but we're short. Can you help?" I always helped. $6,200 for the car repairs. Brad's truck needed a new transmission, then new tires, then something with the engine I didn't understand. Brad was between jobs. Jennifer was working part-time. I was retired with Martha's life insurance still sitting in the bank. $12,000 for the wedding. Not the whole wedding. Just the gap between what they'd saved and what the venue cost. Jennifer had been so excited. Showed me pictures of the place. Said, "It's perfect, Dad. We're just $12,000 short. I know it's a lot." I wrote the check. Then the monthly help. It started small. $400 for groceries because Brad's paycheck was late. $600 for the electric bill because they'd had a rough month. $850 because the property taxes were due and they'd miscalculated. I pulled up my banking app, scrolled back through 3 years of transfers. The numbers glowed in the dark. $1,200 in January 2 years ago, $950 in February, $1,400 in March. It kept going. Some months were quiet. Most weren't. I added it up. Took me an hour. I made a spreadsheet, dated each transfer, added notes for what Jennifer had said it was for, $167,004 in 4 years, not counting birthday gifts for the girls, not counting the times I'd babysat, not counting the weekend I'd helped them paint the house, not counting the Christmas gifts sitting in their living room that I'd never watched them open. $167,340. I sat there staring at that number. That's what taking up space had cost me. My phone buzzed. Jennifer. "Dad, you embarrassed us. Brad's parents are asking why you left. What am I supposed to tell them?" I stared at the text. No apology, no, "Are you okay?" Just annoyance that I'd made her look bad. I didn't respond. Another text. "This is ridiculous. You're being dramatic. We were just being honest." I turned off my phone. That night, I didn't sleep. Just lay there thinking about the moment Jennifer had said it. "We'd be better off without you." The way she'd said it while passing food. The way Brad had nodded. The way the girls hadn't reacted, like they'd heard it before. Maybe they had. I thought about Martha, about the last thing she'd said to me. "Take care of Jennifer. She's going to need you." I'd promised, held her hand while she died. Kept that promise for 4 years, and my daughter had just told me I was taking up space. The 27th came. I met Donald at his office. He'd prepared everything, sat across from me with a folder an inch thick. "Frank, I need to make sure you understand what this means." "I understand." Once this is filed, it's not easy to reverse. Jennifer will have legal recourse, but realistically, she won't be able to challenge it, not successfully. Good. He opened the folder, walked me through each document. I signed, initialed, dated. He witnessed everything. Then he made copies. I'll file these on the 2nd. Courts are closed until then. She'll be served by the 5th. Perfect. Frank, are you sure? She's your daughter. I looked at him. She told me they'd be better off without me. I'm just giving her what she wants. Donald nodded, slowly. All right then. I left his office, drove home, waited. January 2nd, Donald called. Papers are filed. Process server will deliver them tomorrow. Thank you. January 3rd. My phone started ringing at 11 a.m. Jennifer. I didn't answer. She called 6 more times. Then Brad called. Then a number I didn't recognize. Jennifer's friend Amy, apparently. She left a voicemail. Frank, I don't know what's going on, but Jennifer is hysterical. Call her back. I deleted it. At 2 p.m., Jennifer texted, Call me now. I didn't. At 4 p.m., she showed up at my apartment, pounded on the door. Dad, open the door, we need to talk. I opened it. She was holding papers. Her face was red, eyes puffy. What the hell is this? Legal documents. I can see that. What are they? You were served. You can read. She shook the papers at me. You're suing me? For what? I'm not suing you. I'm protecting myself. This says you're revoking the gift deed. You're trying to take back the down payment? I'm doing exactly that. Her mouth opened, closed. You can't do that. The house is ours. Actually, I can. The gift deed included a clause. I had Donald add it when we drafted the paperwork. In the event that the recipient demonstrates clear evidence of elder abuse or financial exploitation, the gift can be revoked. You called it taking up space. The law calls it something else. Elder abuse? Are you insane? We just told you the truth. You told me I was unwanted after taking $167,340 from me over 4 years. That's financial exploitation. I have records. Every transfer, every text where you asked for money, every email. Donald has copies. She stared at me. You kept records? I keep records of everything, always have. You know that. Brad appeared behind her. Frank, let's be reasonable. I am being reasonable. You wanted to be better off without me. This is how that works. The house has $78,000 of my money in it. I want it back. We can't pay you back $78,000. Then you'll have to sell or refinance. I don't care which. But Donald has filed a lien against the property. You can't sell or refinance without paying me first. Jennifer's face went white. You're trying to make us homeless? I'm trying to recover what I gave you in good faith. Good faith you violated. We didn't violate anything. We were just being honest about our feelings. Your feelings were that I take up space. Fine. I'm removing myself from your space, but I'm taking my money with me. Brad stepped forward. This is insane. You're doing this because we hurt your feelings at Christmas? I'm doing this because my daughter told me I was unwanted after I've spent 4 years supporting her financially. If you'd be better off without me, you'll be better off without my money too. Dad, please. Jennifer's voice cracked. We didn't mean it like that. How did you mean it? We wanted more space. We didn't want you gone completely. You said you'd be better off without me. Those were your exact words. I'm giving you the chance to find out if that's true. She started crying. Real tears. Not the manipulation kind. The scared kind. We'll lose the house. That's not my problem. The girls will have to change schools. You should have thought about that before you told me I was taking up space in front of them. Brad put his hand on Jennifer's shoulder. Frank, we'll apologize. We'll make it right. Just drop this. No. No? I'm 71 years old. I buried my wife 4 years ago. I sold the home we built together to give my daughter a start. I've spent 4 years emptying my savings every time you asked. And on Christmas, you told me I was a burden. You don't apologize your way out of that. So that's it? Jennifer asked. You're just done? You said you'd be better off without me. I'm testing that theory. You're a bastard. Maybe, but I'm a bastard with 167,340 worth of documentation. Donald's filing copies with the court, every text, every transfer, every email where you called me your emergency fund to your friends. Yes, I saw those. Amy forwards things when she drinks. Jennifer's face went from white to red. You're spying on me? I'm protecting myself, something I should have done a long time ago. Brad pulled Jennifer back. Come on, we'll figure this out. There's nothing to figure out, I said. You have 90 days to pay me back or sell. After that, Donald starts foreclosure proceedings. You'd really make your grandchildren homeless? You really told their grandfather he takes up space on Christmas. They left. Jennifer crying, Brad pale. I closed the door, sat down. My hands were shaking again, but not from rage this time, from something else. Relief, maybe. My phone buzzed. Amy. Frank, what the hell? Jennifer is devastated. I blocked her number. Then my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. Mr. Mitchell, this is Sarah Chen from Adult Protective Services. We received a report that you may be experiencing cognitive decline. Can we schedule a wellness check? I almost laughed. Let me guess. My daughter filed the report. Silence. Then, I can't disclose who filed the report. Of course she did. Yes, you can schedule a wellness check. I'll also provide you with documentation from my physician showing I had a full cognitive evaluation on December 26th. Perfect score. I can also provide you with financial records showing a pattern of exploitation by the person who filed this report. More silence. That won't be necessary for the wellness check. But if you have concerns about exploitation, you can file a counter-report. I'll have my attorney send everything over. Donald Patterson. He'll coordinate with your office. All right, Mr. Mitchell, we'll be in touch. She hung up. I called Donald. Jennifer just reported me to APS. Said I'm cognitively declining. Donald sighed. Predictable. I'll send them your eval results and the financial records. This will actually help our case. Shows consciousness of guilt. Good. Over the next 2 weeks, Jennifer tried everything. She called, texted, sent the girls to my apartment with a letter. I didn't let them in. Sent them home with a message, tell your mother to talk to my lawyer. Emma cried on my doorstep. Grandpa, please. Mom says we might have to move. It hurt, seeing her cry, but I didn't open the door. Your mother made choices, Emma. This is the consequence. But we didn't do anything. You sat there when she said I took up space. You didn't say a word, neither did your sister, so yeah, you did something. You let her say it. She ran back to the car. Jennifer was waiting, stared at me through the window. I stared back. Then I closed my door. The APS visit happened on January 15th. A woman named Patricia. She was kind, professional, asked me questions, looked around my apartment. I showed her my medication list, my physician's notes, my banking records. Mr. Mitchell, you seem very competent. Can I ask why you think this report was filed? I filed a lien against my daughter's house. I'm recovering money I gave her. She's retaliating by claiming I'm incompetent. Patricia nodded, made notes. Do you feel safe? Extremely. Has anyone threatened you? My daughter showed up here screaming 2 weeks ago. I have a doorbell camera. I can provide the footage. Please send that to me. I did. That afternoon, 3 days later, Patricia called. Mr. Mitchell, we're closing the case. No evidence of self-neglect or exploitation toward you. However, I'm obligated to tell you that the financial pattern you showed me raises some concerns. If you want to pursue a formal complaint against your daughter, I can provide resources. My attorney is handling it, but thank you. Take care of yourself. She hung up. I felt something close to vindication. February came. The 90-day deadline was approaching. Jennifer went quiet. No calls, no texts. I assumed she was talking to lawyers, trying to find a way out. Then, on February 10th, she posted on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, but my neighbor Linda showed me on her phone. Jennifer had written 8 paragraphs. How I'd abandoned her after her mother died. How I'd promised to help with the house and then cruelly demanded the money back without warning. How I'd refused to see my grandchildren and sicked lawyers on my grieving daughter. 346 likes. 127 comments. Most were supportive. What a horrible father. Sue him back. Those poor babies. Some weren't. Linda pointed them out. Brad's cousin. Didn't you tell me last year he gave you $80K? Maybe pay him back. Jennifer's old roommate. You told me at your wedding he was loaded. What happened? I read it all. Felt nothing, just tired. Linda looked at me. Are you okay, Frank? I'm fine. She's lying. I know she is. I've seen how much you've done for her. Let her lie. Doesn't change the facts. You should defend yourself. Why? The people who matter know the truth. The people who don't matter believe what they want. Linda nodded. You're stronger than I'd be. Maybe. Or maybe I was just done caring what Jennifer thought. February 20th, 2 weeks before the deadline. Jennifer showed up again. This time with Brad's parents, Karen and Tom. I opened the door. Frank, Karen said. Warm, friendly. Can we come in? No. Please. We just want to talk. Then talk from there. Tom stepped forward. Son, we know you're hurt, but you're about to make a mistake that will destroy your relationship with your daughter forever. She destroyed it on Christmas. She was having a bad day. You can't punish her forever for one bad day. It wasn't one bad day. It was 4 years of taking my money and treating me like an ATM. Christmas was just when she said it out loud. Karen tried. Frank, think about the girls. They need stability. They had stability in the house I bought, while their mother told them I took up space. She didn't mean it. She said it in front of them. She meant it. Brad spoke up. We'll pay you back. Just give us time. You have 2 weeks. That's the time you get. We need years, Frank. We can't come up with $78,000 in 2 weeks. Then sell. I'm sure you've built some equity. Jennifer was crying again. Quiet tears. Karen put her arm around her. Please, Frank, be reasonable. I am reasonable. I gave 4 years and $167,340. I'm asking for a fraction of it back. That's incredibly reasonable. Tom shook his head. You're a bitter old man. Martha would be ashamed. That one landed. I felt it in my chest, but I didn't flinch. Martha told me to take care of Jennifer. I did for 4 years. Then Jennifer told me she'd be better off without me. Martha would understand what I'm doing. You don't. So that's it? You're really going through with this? The deadline is March 5th. Either pay me or sell. If you do neither, Donald starts foreclosure proceedings on March 6th. I closed the door. Heard them talking outside, muffled. Then footsteps, then silence. March 1st, 4 days before the deadline. My phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. Is this Frank Mitchell? Yes. This is Detective Morris with the County Sheriff's Office. I need to ask you some questions about a fraud allegation. My stomach dropped. What fraud? Your daughter filed a report claiming you coerced her into accepting financial gifts and then threatened to destroy her family if she didn't comply with your demands. She's alleging extortion. I sat down. That's a lie. Can you come to the station to give a statement? I'll come with my lawyer. That's your right. I called Donald. He met me at the station an hour later. We sat in a small room with Detective Morris. Donald put a folder on the table. The same folder from December. Detective, my client has documentation for every financial transaction with his daughter over the past 4 years. Texts, emails, bank transfers, all initiated by her. All requesting money, none coerced. Additionally, he has a recorded conversation from January 3rd where she admits he gave her the down payment as a gift. We have her Facebook post from February 10th where she acknowledges he gave her $80,000. And we have a witness statement from a neighbor who heard Jennifer tell Frank on Christmas that she'd be better off without him. Detective Morris looked through the folder, took his time. Then he looked at me. Mr. Mitchell, did you at any time threaten your daughter? No, I told her I was revoking the gift deed and recovering the down payment. That's not a threat. It's a legal action. Did you offer to drop the action in exchange for anything? No. She apologized and asked me to drop it. I refused. So you refused a settlement? I refused an apology that came after she was served with legal papers. That's not an apology. That's damage control. Morris nodded. Closed the folder. I don't see evidence of extortion here. Sounds like a civil matter. That's what it is, Donald said. My client is pursuing legitimate legal remedies for financial exploitation. His daughter is retaliating with false criminal allegations. Morris looked at me. Mr. Mitchell, you understand this is going to get uglier before it gets better. I understand. You really want to go through with this? Yes, he sighed. All right, I'll close the complaint. No evidence of criminal activity, but for what it's worth, I've seen cases like this before. They don't usually end well for anyone. This one already didn't end well. I'm just making sure I don't end up broke and alone in a nursing home because my daughter spent my savings. Morris didn't argue. We left. In the parking lot, Donald turned to me. Frank, last chance. You can still settle. She's desperate. She'll agree to almost anything. No settlement. You're sure? I'm sure. All right. 4 more days. March 5th came, deadline day. I sat in my apartment waiting, phone silent. No calls, no texts. At 4 p.m. Donald called. Frank, they're selling. Listing went up an hour ago, $340,000. They'll clear the lien and have about $190,000 left after closing costs and paying off the mortgage. Good for them. They're moving into a rental, Amy's place. 2-bedroom, tight for 4 people. That's not my problem. I know. Just thought you'd want to know. Thanks, Donald. He hung up. I sat there feeling nothing. Not satisfaction, not guilt, just tired. The house sold in 3 weeks. Hot market, young couple with a baby. Donald handled everything. The lien was paid off first. $78,000 wired to my account. Then the rest went to Jennifer and Brad. Donald sent me the closing statement. You're clear. Lien satisfied. No further legal action needed unless you want to pursue the remaining 89 through 40. I don't. This was never about the money. I know. Take care of yourself, Frank. You too. I deposited the check. Looked at my account balance. $114,000. The $78,000 from the lien. The remaining savings I hadn't spent. Martha's life insurance money I'd been too stubborn to touch. I'd started with $220,000 4 years ago when Martha died. Given away $167,340, gotten back $78,000, spent the rest on rent and living expenses. Net loss, $28,000 plus 4 years of my life. I closed the banking app, made coffee, sat at my small kitchen table in my 1-bedroom apartment. My phone buzzed. Linda. Frank, I saw the house sold. Are you okay? I'm fine. Do you want company? I made too much soup. Sure, come over. She came over. We ate soup, watched Jeopardy. Didn't talk about Jennifer. It was the best evening I'd had in months. April came, then May. No contact from Jennifer. I assumed she'd blocked me. That was fine. I'd blocked her too. Then on June 3rd, Emma showed up, alone. Took the bus. I opened the door. Grandpa? I looked at her. 12 now, taller than Christmas. Emma, can I come in? I hesitated, then stepped aside. She sat on my couch, looked around. This is smaller than I thought. It's enough for me. Mom doesn't know I'm here. I figured. She said we're not allowed to see you, that you're dangerous. And you came anyway? I wanted to know why. Why what? Why you did it. Why you took the house. I sat across from her. I didn't take the house. I took back the money I gave your mother for the down payment. She could have kept the house if she'd paid me back. She chose to sell. She said we couldn't afford to pay you back. That's true. Because she spent 4 years asking me for money and never saving any of it. Emma looked at her hands. She said you abandoned us. Did I? Or did she tell me on Christmas that she'd be better off without me? Silence. You were there, Emma. You heard her say it. You sat there and didn't say a word. Neither did Sophie. So tell me, did I abandon you? Or did your mother push me out and then get mad when I took my money with me? She started crying. I didn't know what to say. I was scared. Scared of what? Of her. She gets so angry. If I'd said anything, she would have yelled at me later. I felt something crack in my chest. So you let her say it. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't change what happened. I know, but I didn't want you to think I agreed with her. Did you? No. I missed you. Sophie did too. Then why didn't you call? She took our phones. Said if we contacted you, she'd send us to Dad's parents for the summer. I sat back, processed that. She's punishing you for my choices. Yeah, that's not fair to you. It's not fair to you either. You didn't do anything wrong. Your mother disagrees. My mother is angry, but she's wrong. You were good to us. I remember. She forgot. We sat in silence. Then Emma asked, Can I still see you? If your mother finds out, she'll make your life hell. I know, but I'm 12 now. I can take the bus. I can visit sometimes, if you want. I looked at my granddaughter, saw Martha's eyes, saw the girl who used to run to me when I came over, before Jennifer poisoned that. I want that, but you need to be careful. Don't tell your mother. Don't tell Sophie unless you trust her not to say anything. And if it gets too hard, you stop coming. I won't be mad. Okay. She stayed for an hour. We talked about school, her friends, normal things. Then she left, took the bus home. She came back 2 weeks later, then 3 weeks after that. Always careful, always alone. In August, Sophie came with her, 15 now. Quiet, angry in the way teenagers are. Mom's a liar, Sophie said, first thing when she walked in. Okay. She told everyone you abandoned us, but Emma told me what really happened. And what do you think? I think she's been using you for years and got mad when you stopped letting her. Brutal honesty. I respected it. That's about right. Are you ever going to talk to her again? I don't know. Probably not. Good. She doesn't deserve it. Sophie visited twice more. Then school started and the visits got harder to coordinate. But Emma still came. Once a month. Sometimes twice. October came. Jennifer posted again on Facebook. Linda showed me. 1 year ago, my father destroyed our family over a single argument. He took our home, forced us into a tiny rental, refuses to see his grandchildren, all because we hurt his feelings. I don't understand how someone can be so cruel. Linda looked at me. You want to respond? No. She's rewriting history. Let her. I know what happened. My lawyer knows what happened. That's enough. November. Thanksgiving. Linda invited me to her place. Her son was visiting. His wife. Their kids. It was warm. Loud. Normal. I didn't think about Jennifer until I was driving home. Wondered if she was hosting Thanksgiving, if Brad's parents were there, if the girls were pretending everything was fine. Then I stopped wondering. It wasn't my problem anymore. December came. 1 year since Christmas. Emma showed up on December 20th. Can I spend Christmas with you? Does your mother know you're asking? No, but I'll tell her I'm staying at a friend's house. Emma, that's lying. She lies about you all the time. I think one lie to see my grandpa on Christmas is fair. I wanted to say no. It was too risky. But I looked at her face and couldn't. All right. But if she finds out, you tell her the truth. You don't protect me. Understood? Understood. She came Christmas morning. Brought Sophie. They'd coordinated the lie together. Told Jennifer they were staying at Sophie's friend's house. 2-day sleepover. We spent Christmas in my small apartment. I cooked a turkey. Too big for 3 people, but I didn't care. We watched movies, played cards. Emma beat us both at rummy. Sophie said, "This is better than last year." What happened last year? Mom got drunk, cried about you, yelled at Dad. It was awful. Emma nodded. This is better. We spent 2 days together. Then they went home. Jennifer never found out. It's March now, 15 months since Christmas, since Jennifer told me she'd be better off without me. I don't know if she's better off. I don't ask. But I'm okay. Better than okay, actually. I see Emma once a month, Sophie when she can manage it. Linda and I have dinner twice a week. I joined a woodworking club. Stay busy. My savings are stable. $114,000. Enough for a comfortable retirement. Enough that I'm not panicking about money for the first time in 4 years. And I sleep fine. No guilt, no regret. Just the quiet knowledge that I did the right thing. Jennifer wanted to be better off without me. I gave her that chance. Turns out I'm better off without her too. If you like this story, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share your impressions in the comments. To listen to more stories, click on the window on the right. Thank you for being with us.